low.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, barely.
Barely?
Yeah, you're really quiet.
Alright, I'll try and turn it up. I'm trying a new setup tonight.
Honestly, if we could break that low, I think I'm gonna re-enter another position there because it just looks super clean there.
Yeah, I would have did a tighter stop, but it was just so early.
Yeah, I went in with like a third of my normal risk to maybe like pull this as like a runner, you know?
Jeez. You guys already in the trade?
Yep.
Okay, we're up 20
Nice.
pips
More like 2, barely. More like 1 or 2.
already. Spread.
Yeah.
And what are your targets?
First target probably be the support.
Low right there, those swing lows, yeah.
And right here into here. But if we get down to here, I'm just gonna get it break even. Secure part of it, maybe half.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. Yeah, I got in this one, guys.
I mean, we've been making higher highs or lower highs and lower lows here in the 15.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like it
Looks
should
like
fall to
average.
that support. Support.
Well, you also hit a major resistance low earlier today at 133.18 that it's going to retrace. Even if it's going to go up, it's going to retrace from on the higher time frame.
Good evening, good morning, guys.
What's up, sir?
Just here. Missed you guys.
Yeah, it was kind of lonely for a few days.
That was a long span, man. Wow.
Felt like forever. What's up, Ben? Yeah, my stories take forever to upload.
So,
What's up, Drew? What up, Christo? Excuse me. I don't know if you guys remember. Got our Tic Tacs pill bottle.
bruh, Paul be popping Adderall on stream, no cap.
Put a tic tac in your mouth and get a bang out of line.
Yo, Drew, did you see my story?
Probably. Which one? Oh, the pill bottle thing?
Nope, you should go check it out. It was pretty wild. Got a little sweaty on some cod earlier. Carrying Gerjot so hard.
You were going off today. I can't even deny it.
It was wild. There was that one guy. I got like 4 clips in one game.
I'm looking for an entry based off a 15-minute right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at the daily. Kind of came into this. We didn't break above here. But it does look like it's got more of a kind of an uptrend sort of structure starting to happen. So if we get above here, I think we're definitely going to be heading back up to this level, 135. Yeah. That was a massive bullish candle. So then we have our lower low. Higher low.
And
Higher
did
high.
you see that move?
Which one?
The move up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So the 4 hours starting to turn here as well. And we have 3-4 hours in a row. This one has a lower low and a lower high to this one. This one's got a lower high to this one. And ideally the idea is we're going to come make a lower low below here. And I'm going to kind of target this wick. Maybe leave a runner to kind of correct this candle or fall down into here. And at the 2 hour, same thing. We're just kind of inching down. So if we were to kind of place a zone, see if I can find it. Yeah, so we have this kind of here. We closed above, same thing up here. Closed above here too. Closed right back below. Tried to go back up to it, couldn't. Coming down. So that's kind of the idea I'm going off of for tonight. And if we set up how I want, ideally I would like the hourly to close under here, coming into open or lower, but minimum I think a close below here. Then we're going to be set to get a nice move down. Maybe not all the way down, but I think we can definitely get to this wick. Because if we're going to be staying bullish, we're not going to get a candle that comes down and corrects this entire move. I'm thinking maybe down to this resistance here, turn it support, or somewhere kind of in these wicks here, but that's still, we should drop probably to here, and that would be that wick there. If we get lower, great. Otherwise, it's still going to be should be a good trade.
Was that push up? Was that news or no?
This morning, I don't think so. I think it was just. Yeah, no, there was no news.
That was just GJ.
Yeah, fair enough.
Being GJ.
I was gonna say, I think I read somewhere that the pound had some good news yesterday. Today, sorry, to do with like EU talks. Might be the reason why.
Things are starting to open up, right?
Yeah, I think they were saying something to do with like, you know, like with fishing, because obviously the different waters and stuff. I think they've been a bit. The EU is coming with a bit more of a relaxed approach with it.
Oh, my time's up.
Yeah, sales look like they could work out, but I'm testing like a new way of choosing my bias right now, so I'm still bullish.
What are you looking at for it?
So basically, alright, so I use the weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 30 minute, and it's mostly structure based.
Mhm.
So right now I'm on the 30 minute, I'm bullish pretty much until we break, let's see, 132.40. So, but I can't even take sells then because most of the time frames that I look at also have to be bearish, which they're not. They're all bullish right now, so it's only buys for me. I'm just testing it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the 4 hour rule has been working pretty good, but I just want to see if this works any better or not.
That's what I've been doing. I'm just kind of looking to get a little better
Like,
instead of missing, instead of giving away free moves that are super easy, to trying to force one that fits the rules. Maybe just get a overall, try to improve it a little bit, capitalize on those trades. Yeah, but I got my auto BE and my magic keys right at this support. So if we get there, and if it just goes real quick and I can't hit it, it'll do it automatically. And then I'll probably close 50% here, and then let the runner fall down to this target down here. And
Based off the daily, this looks like a bullish trend is about to occur.
Yep, yeah, so we're going to need a bottom wick for the daily, more than likely. So, I'm thinking
Yeah.
we're either going to make the bottom wick here, here, or here. So,
Also, if you go to the 4 hour real quick, the volume, I was gonna say, the 4 hour candles, one thing I was looking at is, oh, sorry, 1 second.
Nice, we broke the low.
The volumes was dying on the 4 hour, like the size of the candles were getting smaller.
Yep. I think we'll be coming back up to here eventually, but we need to fall down for something to support price up to come up, which could be this area, could be the area we just broke out of. So I mean, highly doubt we're gonna come this low, but maybe to this one here. I think more than likely we'll see some wicks tap down into here because we got a ton of wicks here and wicks here going up. This is kind of like a fake out up coming down. So we'll probably see something fall down to here, ideally. But then I think we should continue, as when we're looking at kind of the daily, we got our, kind of like you could say the initial drop from here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We didn't fall back down to here, and we made kind of like higher high, higher low, higher high. Should fall higher low somewhere above here, and then head up into this area. So if we can fall to that support, that would be, if we can fall to there, that would be good enough. Anything else would be extra.
Honestly, in the future, I'm probably gonna move to the UK or something like that, so I can have New York and London in the same day.
Yeah, I always think about that.
Dude, that'd be the life right there. Just wake up in the morning, spend like 5-6 hours on the charts. You got the rest of the day to yourself.
Because London's so clean, man. It's so nice. I tried doing it where I live, but like, I can't be waking up at 2:30. I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, no, man. I cannot do it. It's at 2 a.m. for me.
I can barely wake up at 5:30 some days. Telling you though, dude, the days that I was waking up at 1:30, 2:30 in the morning, trading London, I was getting so many beautiful moves. And then New York would just screw me over.
careful of too is the 1 hour support from May 19th at 132.50. It's got a break below that. That's a pretty significant level of support from May 19th, the high.
50 flat.
Well, right around there. Just look at May 19th. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. It looks like it's at May 19th was the high. 132.50.49, right around there. So we're trading the range right now between 132.50 and the high that we almost got today at 133.20, roughly, right? Look at the 1 hour chart.
On GJ?
Yeah, on GJ. And your chart is a little bit different than mine, it looks like, but the 132.50 is an area from May 19th on the 1 hour.
Yep, yeah, about the same. 132.490 is what we got here.
So that's support right now. You'd have to, obviously you want to break below that, right?
Yep.
And if you start rejecting that 132.50, then you go back up to the range at 133.20 that we were at earlier today that we almost hit on 4 hour. So right now those are the two key levels, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ideally I want us to break this support here.
Yeah, break and then and for me I would want to break, have it go down a little bit and then pull back and then sell. But you can do either one.
I'd break even. I'd break even at 53 just in case it rejects there.
Yep.
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be
you know,
break
of
even
course
here as
if it
well.
breaks.
Yep.
If it breaks, then you got a lot of room back down to 131.94 from May 21st.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get that low,
Right.
but I think 132.200 is pretty reasonable for Asian session if we're staying bullish. What up, Sam?
Yo, opens in an hour, right? An hour and 20?
Yep, hour 20.
So far away. We're gonna have to watch this shit creep.
I mean, it's had pretty good volume this early last week. So we'll see.
So, as long as we keep making lower lows, yeah, I'm good. As soon
Yeah.
as we break a high, I think I'm just gonna jump out and wait. A ton of people actually took the same exact trade I was reading in Slack.
Yeah, I mean, we made a low, got resistance. Should fall down to here, ideally.
Yeah.
It looks a little nicer on the hourly, as the prices just kind of continues to inch down. This one did get higher here, but we also closed below here. So maybe wait for a break of the hourly for like higher time frame confirmation. That might help.
Mine already broke my out.
I think mine broke my hourly as well. Yeah, it did.
I think it looks pretty good on 15, 30.
15's a little messy, but I like the hourly and the 4 hour. They look good.
Yeah, slowly but surely, we're gonna get down there.
Yeah, I think we'll pull towards this wick.
What is that? 200?
350.
50.
Yep.
Where rejected originally. Okay, yeah. I'd like to break that.
Yeah, I would too.
Nice.
But everything looks bullish on the daily. So I'm thinking.
I'll be taking a majority before, or right around there, so
Yeah.
whatever's extra is extra.
Yep, exactly. Where's my marker? Oh, hold on. This will be better. So we kind of came up, come down, go up, come back to this area here that we made, and then fill this wick and possibly go higher on the daily. But we'll see. The daily looks like it's got some room up to here if we can get above kind of this wick here. I think we'll be safe to get up to here then. But we ran into this here. 4 hour also ran into this. This is what held us down last week or 2 weeks ago, I believe, because this was the last area, and then we thought we were going to come back up, and then these wicks kind of held below here, and price fell down from there for the week. So now we're back at this area again. So we'll see if we fall hard again or if we kind of inch our way up. But it looks like, I mean, if you look here, we came down, up, down. Now we got kind of a high, higher low, higher high, maybe higher low, higher high again. It would make sense if we're going to continue bullish.
No one traded yesterday, right?
I didn't. I took the day off. I took something on Sunday, but Monday I didn't trade.
You had a win on Sunday?
Yeah. I think it was GJ sells.
I didn't even bother looking.
Yeah, it was. Where was it? It was here, I believe. Unless. No, that's too far back. It's too far back.
Oh, that would have been nice.
It was here. Yeah. Oh no, that was Monday. So that's New York. So then is this Sunday Asian? Might have been this one. Remember, it was sells somewhere. So
I caught GJ buys last night.
yeah, those were nice. I saw those. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but
Yeah, I was a bit skeptical about it, so I thought if I put 1% risk at the start and then once the confirmation started really piling up, I thought, yeah, looks good, so I took it and then got my 10 pips. So.
In London?
No, Asian.
yeah, I didn't think those buy. I didn't trust them, so I saw it and I just stayed away.
Yeah, the only thing for me was the fact that it wasn't, obviously, it was like during the Asian session, so it's heavily like, like to do with the yen rather than the pound. So I thought maybe it could just play out, and but yeah.
Gotta get 15 bullish close here.
I actually had EJ buys as well, and then I got stopped out. And then literally the next 30-minute candle came up and just smashed it. But I didn't re-enter in on EJ.
Yeah, for whoever asked about divergence, I think we have one guy in the group that trades divergence, right? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, Troy.
Troy?
Yeah, Troy.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. I actually just tightened my stops a little bit because if we break above here, I don't want to be. So I put it on the 30-minute. So I already cut my risk in half. So we'll see where we go. Master swell. I like to look for highs and lows to like previous candles. So same thing we do on the smaller time frames of 15, 30, the 1 hour. Just apply the same thing to 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly. It works pretty well for me, so I think it works pretty well. Yeah, 30 minutes really good. 30-minute, 1 hour.
I was just tripping out for some reason. The stop looked like it was like 20 pips to me on my screen.
40.
Where was your stop at?
I was so zoomed. No, I was just so zoomed in and it looked like it was more than it was. Like, you know when that happens with the spread and everything?
Yep. Oh, man. Yep. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way. If you're winning, that is. If you're losing, you probably want to change something. But if you're winning, no need to change anything.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I have my stop loss on the 15-minute for the previous 30-minute. Like the bearish 15-minute.
Yep. Yeah, I put mine a little higher because of the spread. Yep. Emotions are the hard part. Kind of looking like a retest on the 15-minute on my MT4.
We didn't break the high, right? We came right to it.
We broke the high of the previous 15, but it was just a tiny little 15. It didn't go anywhere. And it still made a low.
Oh, mine didn't. I missed it by 0.01.
Yeah, mine broke the previous 15. Barely. It's still under the support we kind of just broke.
GA looks like it's gonna head up too, just on a GA note. Similar pattern with like the higher lows and it was higher lows and higher highs, just a bit cleaner.
You're hoping what happened last week happens again?
Yeah, I would always love a loss in the books, you know.
Quick 12 pip jump, 2 seconds.
On what, GA?
Yeah, when I was in there last week.
That thing teleported.
I don't know about that, Gert, because then you can't really manage your trade if you're not watching it. You can't manage cutting your losses short or anything like that.
What, stepping away from the charts?
Yeah, just setting TP and stop and just walking away. Maybe in the beginning that'll be good, but I think you're better off getting used to watching it to manage it properly. And then you understand like the way it moves. If it moves that way again when you lose, maybe the next time that happens, you get out before it gets all the way there.
Imagine all the money you could save when it's not going the way you want it to go.
If there's news, which there is not, I already looked, we're good. I either try to get in and out before it, depending on what it is, or look to trade after it's over with, probably 15-30 minutes afterwards, depending on what it is. The like NFPs on Friday, typically I try to stay away, but I've had one, I think I'm like 1-1 or 2-1 in the most recent with what I've been doing in my trading style. I'm like 1-1 or 2-1 on it, so I think last time I just stayed away. But I do typically check it and just see what's going on.
Dude, the last time I traded NFP, I got slipped 45 pips.
Oh jeez.
Through my entry, through my take profit, and I lost money.
And then you threw your fist through your computer.
No, I was like, I was so baffled. I have no idea how I could get slipped through my entry into the take profit that I set to lose money.
That's wild.
Yeah, I just got off after that. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Man, sometimes for entertainment purposes only, I go on YouTube and watch people try to flip like $15 accounts on NFB and lose it. It's so funny, dude. To me, at least.
That would be pretty funny.
Because, man, NFP is another beast entirely. I think your best way of maneuvering it, if you really want to trade it, is with buy and sell stops.
Yeah, until which shows you.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it hits both and stops both.
I would just stay away until you are super experienced.
Yeah, dude, I'm never trading NFP on a live account until like in the future, and I want to like gamble $100 on it or something like that, something real small. But
if you're making money every other day, I feel like there's just no reason to take a gamble on a day like that, unless you're, willing to risk what you made.
yeah, that's the thing. Is I wouldn't ever take it on like my actual trading live account. Like if I really wanted to trade it, I would just set aside a certain amount of money that I'm willing to lose if it goes in the opposite direction. Yeah.
And if it doesn't, you make bread.
Yep. But to me, it's really not worth the risk taking it on your actual account. It's just not.
Nah, you get slipped and blow it.
Yeah, flow. It could be too early, but it's set up nicely. It looks like we should fall to here. So we got kind of this established here. This kind of faked out above this top area or here. We made a new low. Hourly. As long as we can close bearish on the hourly, I think we'll be good. Because then we have a lower lower high to this one, and then as long as the next hourly respects this high and breaks this low, we'll have a new low to come down. Maybe could have waited for the hourly to break the low here. That might have been better. But we'll see what happens in 2 minutes. So I already minimized my stop by 50%. So see how we play out.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
My bad. That's my niece. I'm gonna keep my mic muted.
Have any of y'all seen the movie on Netflix called Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy? It's the most confusing movie I've ever seen in my life.
That's up to you, but yes, to answer your question. So hourly close bearish, that's good. Now we just need this hourly to break below the previous hourly and not above.
That's a tiny hour candle.
Yeah, but if you look, excuse me, sorry, we had this support here, broke below, came back, couldn't get above, closed bearish underneath it.
Yeah.
With a lower high, so ideally it makes sense for us to continue down, but we have been wrong before, so see what happens. If you look for look for new lows on the smaller time frame, that can kind of give you an indication. So if this current 15 breaks below the previous, maybe we have a better chance of this continuing down, kind of thing. Or even if you look onto the 5 minute. You see how weak these candles are coming bullish. And then look
to the left, we pulled into a little resistance there.
Yep, right here. Yep, right where we broke below. So as long as we stay below, we should be good. There's my stop on the hourly candle. That would be very, oh sweet, perfect. Hopefully that gets respected. That would be lovely. I used to only look at GJ. I'm slowly looking at some other stuff, and we'll gradually add that in. But I looked at EJ this morning, and that went well. So bias on the weekly, it looks more bullish, but it's gonna depend on how we react up here on the daily. So whatever this daily candle does is gonna kind of give a good idea, because this is kind of a big level we're in at now. So
Yo, Paul.
yep.
Yo, I was gonna say EJ's sort of doing the same thing as GJ. Like if you look on the daily.
kind of pulling up.
And the higher time frames. Yeah, if you look at the higher time frames, it's kind of like mimicking, like, you know, with the daily, like how it's closing below key levels, but put, you know, big bullish move.
Mm-hmm.
Same sort of structure as well. If you look at the overall trend.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and Asian does open in an hour. Oh yeah, spread tapped me out. Oh well. Should record that real quick. Yeah, it didn't bounce. I should have moved that up a little bit with the spread. It didn't break that hourly. Yeah, pulled right back. Sorry, I'll get another opportunity eventually. Once this hourly sets up and we get a new low, that'll be good.
You're still in?
No, spread tapped me out by a hair.
Yeah, I pulled out once it broke 615,
Mm-hmm.
where that little like mini resistance was in the range.
Gotcha.
Just yeah. I mean, I'd rather pull out, and then if it breaks the lows where we are, maybe just grab a re-entry, and if not, then you should always save yourself more than half of what you were gonna lose.
Yeah, Asian sessions kind of hit or miss at this time. Sometimes it moves really good, sometimes it doesn't. And this time it just kind of pulled back a little bit, and the spread just tapped me out. So I mean, I had my stop loss originally right here, so that would have been more than safe. But I figured I would just manage it. Dragged it down on the 30-minute. It tapped it, and it's not even close on here, but on MT4 it was a lot closer, and the spread just barely nicked it. I'm just gonna do that. But I believe it's just the hourly pulling back to then continue down and fill kind of this wick it made and continue falling. Banks, somebody already does that, so no, I will not be doing that. This here? Okay.
Well, would you be waiting for that 580 area to be broken, or are you just gonna wait till 470?
One sec. Which level? This level here?
Yeah. So, are you? What is this? The 30? That's
Yep.
480, right? Or 580? Sorry, there or there. I feel like I'm leaning more towards here. But
I'm gonna look for a new low on the 15-minute here.
oh yeah, you're gonna re-enter like that.
Yep. Yeah, I just tapped out. I mean, stop loss is minimized a ton, so I don't
New
think that.
low meaning the low here or just in general?
Just in general, a new, as long as it doesn't break the high of the hourly, just a new low to the previous 15 or 30, then I'll jump back in again. Yeah, go ahead, Clay. Someone's mic's making some noise. Nope, cannot hear you. Go to the journal. This thing's getting full. Look at that. Jeez.
What about now? Can you hear me now, Paul?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to do gold for a second, we can do gold while you wait. So if you'll go to the 1 hour on gold. So
Yep.
we're kind of consolidating right here at 1711, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody see that? Hey Joe, how you doing? Just want to make sure everyone can hear me. I'm always wondering if... Oh shoot.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I know what's happening. Hold on guys, let me just change something real quick. I have the stream playing too. I don't have the stream playing. Okay, can you hear me, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So at 1711, it's kind of consolidating right now, right? You guys can see it's kind of been hitting out there for several hours. What usually happens during consolidation? Does it go in the direction it came from or the opposite direction during consolidation?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, well, I'm just asking anybody if anybody wants to say, what does it usually do after consolidation? It usually goes in the direction it came from what I've seen.
I would assume we go bearish again.
Yeah. So what would be the next area of support if you go to the 4 hour? What would be the next area of support? And I can tell you it's around 1702. Let me pull it up. from April 20th. There's several different areas at 1702 on the. So if it doesn't break, if it breaks down, then I would say 1702 would be your next support area. So I actually have a buy on right here from here, but I'm prepared to add another buy to it down below. But every higher time frame, like we've been talking about for a long time, is still up. So I'm still looking for opportunities to buy it. I just need to see it at a support level. So right now I would think there's a possibility it would go down to 1702 and then possibly buy it from there. But it could go down to 1691. It could go down to, it could go down further. So if I place a trade here, I have to be prepared. Just because of the way I trade, I have to be prepared to add to positions later, down lower. So I still would anticipate gold going back up and retesting the highs at 1764, 1800. You just got to find a way to do that. What's going on here? I'm looking at the.
Oh, did someone leak your Zoom?
Huh?
Did someone leak your Zoom?
Yep. Yeah, they did.
So well, nobody can annotate now, so.
That's typical. But, so I would say 1711 in this area. Look for an opportunity, maybe down at 1702 to get long again, with targets down. Targets again at 1728 or something like that. And then, but every higher time frame is still up. And if you look at the 4 hour, let's go to the daily real quick if you could, Paul, or maybe even the weekly. Go to the weekly for a minute.
Yep, one sec.
I'm almost done. So.
Just removing these people. Alright,
That's alright, man. I'm
we'll
glad they're paying attention. That's nice.
Alright, what do you want?
Maybe the weekly. So my weekly, so where would it in order for this to be a trend reversal on the weekly, I would think it would have to go down to 1556 from August. What was that, August or October 2019? It went to 1556, and once it broke that area, it's been basically up the whole time. So in order for it to be a trend reversal, it would have to go down a lot on the weekly and the higher time frames. So until that changes, I'm still looking for buys every dip, right? But I have to be careful because I'm swing trading it, so I lessen my lot size and I look for like this one 1711, and then I would go 1702 would be my next position to buy, and then I would just wait for the swing. But gold should still go up, and so that's what I would anticipate.
So that's 1702. Where do you put your stop loss then to manage that?
Well, remember, and again, this is totally different than the way you do it. I'm not really worried about a stop loss right there because I'm planning on adding to it at 1691 if it goes even lower. So I have to trade with like a 1/10 of a usual size contract because I plan on adding to my contract. So I always say that if I was trading $5 lots, I'm taking those $5 lots and putting them at different levels and not just one level. And I can make the risk the same. I just have to trade lower lot sizes, right?
So, but ideally, where would you put it then if you're looking to take it?
Ideally, I'm not even caring about that right now because I'm planning on adding at 1691 and maybe even down to 1670. So I'm not worried about a stop loss. I want to see how the market's going. Now, if it starts to go berserk on me, then I have to consider that. But I never worry about that. I have a plan in place. If I do 1711, then I'm planning on adding at 1691, then I'm not really worried about a stop loss right now because I'm going to buy again at 1691. And there has to be parameters to it. You wouldn't just buy it because it goes down there. There would have to be some rejection at that level, right?
Mm-hmm. So you wait to see the rejection and then you get in it?
Yeah. So it's not too disfamiliar with. Actually, let's look at that. There's one that was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the seventh one back to the left from where we are right now. It has a huge wick at the top, the red one. That's the kind of candle, if I was selling, that's the kind of candle I would want. I would want the wick to be larger than the body of the candle. Does that make sense?
Show a big rejection.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and we never closed above there too. So
Okay.
we could
So
be
and then
falling
if I
back.
take that, so the next one opens way up there. The next green one opens at 1760, right? The one to the right of it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing that?
Yep.
So if I were to take that trade, I see that big rejection. I would take that trade at 1760, and then my stop would have to be above the wick of the previous candle, right?
Yes.
And that would be what, I don't know what it is. the top of that. No, the one to the left we did before. That one right there. So my stop would have to be above that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it would have to be $2 or $3 above that, and then you would have had a nice move, right?
Yeah.
And then you always place your stop at break even at $3 or $4. I call it $3 or $4. Some people call it 30 or 40 points, right? If it's 750 to 755, to me that's $5. So I'm looking for rejection at major support or resistance levels, and that red candle is a perfect example of a rejection candle that I would look for.
Makes sense.
So if it's at the top, it's a wick, right? And I would take it in the opposite direction. If it's at the bottom, like that one down a couple, like 4 or 5, or actually two after the one we just did, there's another one that has a really big tail.
Yeah, you would have gotten stopped out on this one, wouldn't you have?
On the one we just talked about?
Yeah, that super doji looking one, but like the upside down cross.
Okay, let's go to the right one. I think we're talking about, we did the one right there, which was like 7 back. Now the one I'm talking about is 9 back, right? The big red one with the little box at the top. It has a tail. Is Paul there? I can't do this.
Yeah,
again, so.
hold on.
Oh, okay.
If this 15 on GJ breaks, I'm gonna
just interrupt me.
take another entry now. What do you want to see?
The 9th one to the left, the one with the big red tail down at the bottom, and the box. Keep going right there. No, 2 more.
Hold on.
Yeah, just interrupt me.
Ready to. Might have to go on intermission for a few.
Yep.
So it's the 9 candles back, guys, and you have the big tail at the bottom, and there's the box. So I would reverse that to the top side, and I would buy that on the open of the next candle.
The one that looks like a hammer, right?
Yep, the one that looks like a hammer. And then
yeah.
I would open that trade at the entry of the next candle, which I don't know where it is, and then my stop would have to be below that tail on the hammer, right?
So that's kind of some kind of setups I've been noticing a lot lately, and I've been taking trades on them, and they've been working out really well.
So I've done this for years, and I've back tested it. This is about 85% accurate. And are there times you're going to lose? Yes, of course. All right, that's.
Well, that doji right there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 back. I would have looked at that like the super doji. Can't get any more doji than that. Like upside down cross.
But
I
I'm
would have
always
looked at it like that.
If it's a tail at the bottom, I'm taking it to the other side, right?
Yeah.
And if it's a wick at the top, I'm reversing it to the other side.
To the bottom, taking it for a sell.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, you would have gotten stopped out on that one.
Yeah.
So if GJ breaks this 15, I'm gonna enter my position again with stop above here. Just so you guys know.
Above where? Previous?
Yeah. Above the previous current. I mean, it's only 5 pips, so I just do the previous.
Yeah. I kind of want to see it break this 580 mark that it couldn't.
Yeah.
See, Clay, that doji we were just talking about, that to me that looked like a super rejection. So I would have felt more than confident in that.
Yeah.
But it just ended up filling that wick.
So if you were to get a wick at the top, right, and it closes above a major resistance level, but it goes above it.
Well, I
that's
don't have
even
a
better.
mapped out. Yeah.
Because what does that usually do? It usually gets people going long, right? When it breaks a major resistance level. So if I can get that wick to be longer than the body of the candle and it goes above the resistance level, that's even better.
You would take that for
a sell. Yeah.
If it closed above a resist.
Oh yeah. Okay. With rejection, right? With that wick being longer than the body. Again, tail at the bottom or wick at the top.
Wouldn't you want it to close below a resistance?
Nope. Because what happens to a lot of traders once it breaks? What happens to a lot of traders? As soon as it breaks, they go long, right?
I don't know, dude. I can't like put the mental image in my head.
Right. So as soon as that, and you got that forming on what Paul has on the GJ. I think it was on 30-minute, right? You just had that candle up.
So this thing broke. Remember, I had this hourly candle, and this one never broke above.
Those last 2 hourly candles with those rejections. Those are perfect rejection candles to me.
Yep. So this one never broke above this one, and now we are starting to break lows on the 15 and the 30-minute, meaning that the hourly would make sense if the 15 and the 30 are breaking lows and the hourly's not breaking highs. makes sense that the hourly should break the low and continue down.
And
So
what
our
does that
first trade.
symbolize? When you see those rejection candles, that tells me that buyers tried to push it up, right? For several hours, buyers tried to push up, and never were able to push up. So a lot of the times, in order for it to push up, it's going to have to do what first? Wind up, right? Like a rubber band. So it's going to have to go down before it makes another attempt at it. It tried for several hours, and buyers got rejected.
Ooh. I just went in with a lot more risk than I wanted to.
Why'd you do that?
I spaced out and clicked open trade on my freaking magic keys. Ooh, baby, let's hope this runs.
Did you mean to press open calc?
No, I meant to just execute with a standard, like just an MT4 lot.
Gotcha.
I went to go use 0.5. I used 0.133.
Gotcha. So I risked 6 pips on this. If we take it to support, we're getting more than 1-to-1. So I'm going to secure something there, and the target is going to be about 20 pips for the runner. That'll be about the wick fill. So we'll see where this hourly goes. Looks like we should head down. Makes sense. So I think we break this hourly, we'll be good to go. So I believe it's going to be this wick here.
A wick?
This wick here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. See it, baby. Hey, Clay.
Yeah.
You think you can mark up a chart and kind of like give me a little visual of what you were talking about?
I'm not
you're
that
on a
smart.
phone.
I mean, I will. You just send me a message and I will. But I'm not technically that smart to do that. But I can if on my phone. Yeah.
Paul, you care if I interrupt real quick to ask a question about that?
Are you asking Paul? Or?
Yeah, Paul. I don't want to chime up the stream
Yeah.
with questions.
Paul's the boss, man. But go ahead. I don't think he seems to be here for a second. So go ahead.
So you would want it to close. All right. So we're looking at a sell, right? So you would want a big wick coming from the upside, right? To
Yeah.
show
So
rejection.
take the pound, the one we're looking at right now, right?
Yeah.
And when it hit up to 132.77 earlier today,
Yeah.
you see the one with the big wick that tapped that and then has a very small body candle between the two green ones?
Yeah.
That's my sell right there.
Now you would want that to close above a
I don't
resistance?
care if it closes right at it, but what I'm saying is even if it closes above it, I
Oh,
don't care because
okay,
what does that do?
okay.
That gets a bunch of traders going long at the wrong time.
No, that's the way I've been viewing it, and I've been noticing that it works out really well, regardless where it closes. As long as it's around the support or resistance with a big, huge rejection candle. I've noticed that the next candle preceding it usually has a big move.
Well, and just go to the candle 1, 2, 3 down below that. The red one that the tail touched the 132.58 level, right?
Yeah,
That Paul has on there. Look at that tail. That's longer than the body, right?
Yeah.
So if you would have taken that trade with the next green candle, you would have made good money on that one too, right?
Wait. Which candle?
So we're talking. So the red candle after the red candle that touches
Oh.
touches 132.
Rails in the back are attached. There.
Right.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry. So if we go the third candle to the left from the one we were just talking about at 132.77.
Okay, yeah.
The red one with the big tail at the bottom that's longer than the body,
Okay.
and it touches 132.58. Right there, basically,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then the next candle closes up at 132.64. There's your entry.
Okay, yeah. See, I would
And then
take
your
it as
stop
soon as
loss
it
would
breaks
be
that
below.
high.
Your stop loss would be below the tail from the previous entry candle. So if you do that, if you back test that pattern is probably about 85% accurate, and I'll take 85% accurate every time, every day of the week.
Yeah, I've been watching moves like that for the last few weeks, and I just started taking them. They've worked out every single time. Actually,
And it works on any time frame. You can do it on the 15-minute, you can do it on the 1 hour, you can do it on the daily. It doesn't matter.
in regards to what we were just talking about, yo, Gurjot, is he still here?
I think so.
Paul, you remember last week when I was trying to explain that rejection pattern that I saw to Gurjot specifically, and we
On the 5 minute?
no on the 30 minute.
No. I remember the 5 minute. I don't remember a 30 minute.
So I think it was on Thursday. We were talking about that huge. It was a huge wick to the top side, and I was saying if it breaks this low on the 30 minute, I'm gonna take an entry, and then it fell like 20 pips.
Kind of.
Gurjot, yeah, that was a huge move afterwards actually. But that's like that's basically what Clay's talking about.
So yeah, this thing's right at that hourly low, which is what we want to see for the kind of the higher time frame to continue lower.
And the Dow should go with the pound yen. If the pound yen goes down, the US 30 should go down with it. Tiger says we want analysis. That's what we were just doing, my friend. That's what we were just doing.
Hey man, if it works for you, it works for you.
And that's why when you, like we were talking about last week, if you can get to the point where you say I'm 85% accurate, then you just look for that pattern, and that takes all the emotion out of trading. For me, it does.
Well, yeah, I mean, it only makes sense if pretty much 9 out of 10 times you're going to succeed with that setup. You should be taking it every time with whatever risk you're willing to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
and I'm in a Dow
I didn't
sell
think
right
about it
now.
like
So you guys
that.
are in a GJ sell. Some of you guys, I'm in this basically the same trade on the Dow on the US 30.
So yeah, we just broke that hourly now as well. So this thing could move really. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like no wicks, but sometimes that means GJ just has a lot of volume to come down. But
What's
we'll
the average daily range on it, Paul?
A lot to a little.
on what GJ?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like right now?
I'm just saying from that big move up today, I mean, even if you consider it an uptrend, it's going to retrace from where it went.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Paul, if you look at today's moves going up, dude, there was no wicks. That thing was just rocketing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't end up taking a trade. But Roger said something smart about how if you look too much into it, you start psyching yourself out. When in reality, it flipped, had the rejection, and then broke the high. So regardless of no wick or not, it should continue.
Yep, I think it looks good still. I mean, if we look at the hourly, we now broke the hourly. So now we have a lower low, a lower high. This one has a lower high to this one. We should follow the support here and then make a decision in direction from there. I've seen that video, Eric. That video is hilarious. It's old, but I think so. That's a hilarious video.
I always just tell people too that I can make, obviously there's different ways to trade, right? And everyone is good at something. And I always tell people I can make the style of swing trading just the same amount of risk as trading a 30 pip stop loss for $5 contracts. I just break those contracts up into different places. Is the only difference. You can still make it the same risk. Daily range is 134. Okay, so it went way past that today, so it's definitely due for a retracement, right?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean I just look at what the candles are doing.
Right.
But I mean if it's gonna retrace, I guess that makes sense with what the candles are saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was like 5. No. You don't have to press. No, that's right.
My guys, mute your mics when you join.
Oh, there's my buddy Kevin. There's my bud Kevin. What's up, man? That's my guy right there.
So yeah, now we got 30 minutes to open, so sounds good, John. It's typically how it works for Asian session.
All right, well, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna be in and out, so
See ya.
hopefully you guys all do well. I'll be in and out, but I'm gonna get some stuff done. So good luck, everybody.
Take care, Cliff.
Kind of quiet today.
Hey, where's Gurjan and Sahil?
I don't know.
Feel like a lone wolf.
They don't like us no more, I guess.
Whatever, GJ's gonna drop without.
Gotcha. Thank you
He's
for
just
that.
like full duty. And open has to come. I want to see some falling.
See you later, buddy. Did you get in anything, Anthony?
What?
Did you get in anything?
Yeah, I closed that trade that we had early, and then I jumped in this.
Where'd you put your stop at?
I mean, right now it's at 662, but that was just me pulling it up, you know, in case, I don't know, my computer freezes or something like that. But I mean, I'll manually close if we break the 15 here. But I'm watching the 5 minute right now. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. This thing's just doing a dance. I really don't want to see this close bullish though.
On the 5 minute?
No, just on the 15 or the 30 really.
Could be like we normally see on this 15. It'll be kind of weak. The next one will break
Yeah.
it.
That's what I'm hoping for. I may, if we close like this and it breaks the high, I may close. But what I'm looking at right now, it's kind of retesting that little area that we couldn't break before at 580. But we'll see. Hopefully it just zooms down. We got 20 minutes till open. I'm hoping we could close bearish here so open could pull us down to at least that 490 area, 500.
Yeah, I'd like to close below here before open, but we'll see how much that is asking of GJ for the Asian session.
Yeah. I feel like we had a little problem at that 550 area. We had two little supports created there on the 5.
Looks like we're breaking here now. So kind of just like a break, a little retest of this.
Yeah.
Continue to
I like
dump it.
watching the 5 minute, dude. Honestly, it teaches me a lot about market structure. I don't really pay too much attention to it, but lately I've been noticing it really helps me manage my trades. Like today's GJ sell.
Yep.
If I wasn't watching the 5 minute, I would have lost out on taking 7 pips, and I would have either gone stopped out break even or, you know, stop loss. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I really like the 5 minute. Not for entries or for any sort of super confirmation, but
Yeah.
if the 5 minutes kind of making lower lows and lower highs,
More
maybe
confidence.
it makes sense for the 15 to do that, and maybe the 15's doing it, then it makes sense for the 30 and the 1 hour to continue in that direction as well.
Yeah. I think people need to realize you can't put too much thought into the 5 minute or you'll be jumping in and out of trades with zero confidence. But I don't think it hurts to look at it and try to compound whatever confidence you have on that trade you want to take with additional confidence from the 5 minute.
Yep.
And then if you also, like, what I've noticed is lower lows, lower highs, or vice versa. And then once it starts creating that opposite candle, then you start to realize that maybe it's forming a support or a resistance there. So maybe, you know, take some profits out or manage your trade, you know, accordingly so that you could grab some profits out of it. Because I notice anytime it creates that support or that resistance, most likely it's coming to retest something, and that's usually where my entry is or a little bit higher than it.
Yep, exactly. Frankie said it perfectly. The smaller time frames make up the bigger time frame. So like if your 5 minute is making lower lows, lower highs, probably a good chance your 30 minute is going to do the same.
Yeah.
Same thing if your 30 minutes making higher highs, higher lows like this morning. We got higher high. I mean, okay. We'll go here because this kind of proves my point a little better. I thought this was a lot smoother. But like we got higher highs, higher lows, and price went up super hard on the daily. And then we did it again. So it makes sense that it does that. And I'm going to secure about 80% once we hit this area, guys. Once we tap into this support. And then I'm going to go break even because I don't want any... We don't know what's going to happen when this support hits, if we get there. So if we get here, I'm going to be going break even just to make sure I don't get stuck in any nonsense. Because if it comes down to here and then comes all the way up past my entry, I don't want to be in the trade anymore.
So what I'm looking at is once it taps like around 520, I'm dropping my stop to to 600, just to minimize my risk because I could see it potentially rejecting there, and if not, then I have partials at 500.
Nice.
But I don't want to see it, make a lower low here like it's been doing, and then do some stupid crap.
Yep, I'm gonna set up my auto BE. That's literally that and the SL at entry. I'm gonna need to get custom ordered new buttons because. Alright, so 10 pips right there. That's where I want it because I want to secure at 10, which is a little over 1-to-1, which is what I want.
Where's that 10 pips?
Right at like the middle of this bullish wick here is 10 pips for me.
Playing with fire, dog. Better do the same.
Yo, Paul.
Yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm looking at EJ sales at the moment. Potentially, if we break below this support area, it looks because like it's kind of doing the same thing as GJ, but it's like it's right at the support. If that makes sense. If this next 30-minute closes below, got a nice clean move down about 15 pips.
Makes sense. You have a chart? If you want to send it, I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah, I haven't laid it out to be fair, but I can I suppose you can sort of see what I'm looking at then.
Yep, I'll pull it up in a second.
Alright. So you can see where my support is and I'll just explain it. Put it in the chat.
You said EJ?
Yeah, EJ.
Oh, yeah, it broke everything there. If it gets
You know
below
what I
here,
mean?
you should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it might also tap into that area and then reject it and close above. So I'm looking at that as well, so that's why I won't be entering now.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you wait till it gets below here, you still got plenty of trade left.
Yeah.
We just got in on GJ once it made that new low, kind of fell to the support. So now we're just waiting on GJ to fall to that support.
Yeah, tap that wick and then just close bullish on the 5.
It broke below it. It broke below it.
On yours?
Yeah, this one broke below here. Same thing, 15 minute. There's nothing in the weights out here on my MT4. We're below everything.
I was talking about the little 5-minute wick.
Oh yeah, it pulled back. I think it's just gonna be a wick to fill, to be honest. But I mean, we'll see.
I think once it breaks out, it's just completely clean to go to our destination.
How you guys doing?
What up, Brandon?
About to be doing great.
I know, I think it's the way that you guys been moving during Asian lately. I think we're gonna move through the 490 area down to the lower 1 hour support during this open right now. Just been doing that like a lot lately during the opens.
I think we're gonna set up around that 132, 490 area around open. That would be ideal.
Yeah, that's what it's done like. That's what it did yesterday. That's what it did like. It usually sets up right for the open. Notice.
Yeah, I'd like it to set up down here for open and not here. So we'll see. See where this 30-minute goes.
Yeah, I'll get in if we get like a stronger 30-minute close down here. Like this next 15-minute kind of pulls down, makes another lower low. I think I'll get in, anticipating a break through that current 1 hour support.
Yeah, because I think we're past it now. Oh no, yeah, 1 hour support's right here. Yeah, I think hourly open should set up here, ideally, unless we go up. If we go up, we don't come down here. So, but we broke below this to this wick, so ideally it makes sense that we should fall here. But yeah, we need to see more lows created.
Yeah, since I've been trading Asian more often lately, I've really gotten used to like how it moves, like the pace. And when I tried to trade NY this morning, oh man, my psychology was so messed up. Oh my gosh, because like, I saw my setup and I was just like intimidated by like how fast it was moving, almost. So I feared loss, and so I didn't enter when I when I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up working out really well. But
Dude, take it from someone that has been dealing with the lack of confidence at Enter for a while now, and I'm starting to finally get over it. Don't let that consume you, like at all. And if you want, drop your lot to like literally a .01 just till you get the feel of listening to yourself. And every day and every trade that goes, does exactly what you are anticipating it to do, you'll build up more and more confidence until eventually you come to the realization that you can risk what you want to risk, especially on those setups that you absolutely love. You can throw in a little bit extra. But the more you let it consume you, the way harder it gets.
yeah, my psychology kind of messed up, and like I journaled it and everything, like how I hesitated and all that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna learn from it. And I placed a really good GJ Asian trade yesterday. I caught the breakout, and I guess I just didn't like. I just feared. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trade small and just gain confidence.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Nothing's gonna help it other than actually doing the action itself.
Yeah,
There's no better
gaining
experience than experience.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's out helping today. He'll be back in full force tomorrow. Oof, that thing flipped around real quick.
Yeah, like that.
What up, JB?
You say Sahil?
Said JB. But Sahil will be back tomorrow, he said.
Yeah, he's cooler than Gurjat.
Wow.
Gurjat don't like talking to us anymore.
He's got a bunch of noise in the background, so I'm glad he's not. Alright. Chuck-ins. We're gonna pull up your chart.
I can't see the candles.
Okay, so TP at daily resistance. So he's looking for a buy here. It looks like. Okay. And TP there.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully that plays out for you. If you send something where I can actually see the candles, I can give you a little more of my input, but I can't even see. There's just like someone scribbled. So if you want more than just good luck on your trade, zoom it in so we can actually see what's going on with the candles. Because yeah, I can't say anything to this because I have no idea.
Really want this low to be broken.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on the 5 minute.
Be the 15 low here. I mean, it's making higher highs and higher lows right here.
Yeah, they're super weak closes at the moment, so as long as we don't keep pushing up, and it looks like we're still closing below here, so we might end up setting up here for Asian instead of down here like we wanted.
I just don't really want to pull up anymore for Asian to push us up.
Yeah, I'm kind of monitoring the 5 minute just to see what happens, but it is coming right into open, so we'll see. Typically, we do get a pullback at open.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, that's a nice pullback. I remember that's what happened. I think like on Thursday or Tuesday of last week. I think.
Yeah, it pulled back that bearish candle. I took sells, and then it just ripped up.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the next day, we had a bullish candle, and we sold right below it, and it just ripped right past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully this 5 minute could close like right here, and then we could break the low for the last 5 minute.
Yep.
Be a little retest here or something.
Yep. I'll be back in a sec. Last week was fine, JB. It was good.
Good thing is we're getting a 1 hour close, bearish close.
Yeah, as long as the hourly closes bearish, we're good.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
big? Where?
So we got a really nice wick down.
T4 is cool. So we close below that on the 5. Let's see what it does here.
Did it?
Yeah. Like right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need some new lows to be established on the smaller time frame. And as long as the hourly closes bearish, I'm gonna keep everything the same, with the idea that we'll kind of come fill this wick and fall the support.
I feel like I should close half. I don't like how big I'm in.
This is kind of just hanging out right there. Doesn't really know what it wants to do. But yeah, it's good that the 1 hour is creating lower lows and lower highs for sure.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm paying attention to. That's why I think it should still be good. Because if we were going to go up, why didn't we go up on the last one? It's kind of my thought process.
What you say?
Yeah.
What?
What you say about going up on the last one?
Oh, I was just going to say, if we were going to go up, why are we coming down?
Because down is up and left is right.
I guess. Plus, if you look on the 5 minute, and we've seen this happen before, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 5 minute candles that aren't even the size of one bearish 5 minute.
Yeah.
So, I think this one's going to end up breaking the low here, and then the hourly will fill the wick, and we'll at least get down to this support here.
I just want to see it break a low here.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's too inconsistent, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's 5 minute.
Yeah, it looks like it's due for a 5 minute low break.
Yeah, I closed half because I was in way too big. I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yep, that's smart.
Dude, it was literally like 2.5 more than what I wanted to go in with.
2.5 more?
No, 2.5, like 2.5 times what I wanted
Oh,
lot
I thought
size
you meant
to
like a
be.
two, like a
Oh
2.5
my
lot.
gosh.
No, so I wanted to go in with 50, and I was almost at 1.5.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is that an accident?
Yeah. See, like it would be nice if it hit my my take profit or partials, but if it doesn't, it hurts a lot more.
I actually did that the other day too. And then I just programmed magic keys, and now.
Well, that's what I had on Magic Keys, but normally I'm Asian. If I'm up on New York, I'll try to use my profits from New York to Asian to get that little little bit extra.
Yep.
I think that's the best way to do it, especially at my level.
Placed a good trade earlier on New York.
I got 7 pips on a dollar lot because the 5-minute flipped, and I exited early. And then thankfully I did, because once the 5-minute flipped, it created a little support and just blew up. So I would have hit stop. So I got lucky there.
Nice. Yeah, I had a difficult one this morning. I didn't place a trade, but it was just a rough morning for me.
I could I'll send you a screenshot of my markup. Maybe you could take something from it. Put a little bit into it. It looked like a good trade.
Yeah, sure.
But Paul, I really like what the 5 minutes doing right here, actually.
Yeah, a little bit lower would be nicer, but hourly's closing good.
Well, from what I've noticed, it basically retested that little resistance it made.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't break it. Now it's gonna close bearish, and then hopefully it closes a little bit lower here.
Don't speak too
once we see
soon.
the low, it should go down.
Don't speak too soon. We still got 10 seconds.
Yeah. Dude, I've seen GJ move like 20 pips in 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Scary.
I ain't scared. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so then, Chuck, if you want to label what you're looking for to actually execute, unless you're already in, that'd be cool if you can let us know what you're looking for to actually enter the trade and put some analysis on it. That'd be cool. Yeah, my 5-minute gapped up a little bit.
Yeah, that jumped. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm okay waiting right now. See for some more 30-minute confirmations.
Yeah, I think if we break this 15, we'll be good to follow support. As long as we respect that 30-minute high.
Yeah.
That would be good. But I mean, hourly had a nice close, so I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to go down.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Shoot, we went up like 184 pips, and so far we've only retraced like 55 pips. So that's like a 20% retracement, like a 25% retracement.
Mathematician over here.
You know, pretty good at that.
Mathematician, yeah.
I'm above averaging that, apparently.
That's pretty quick.
Heard that's below average in COD.
Did you see my...
above averaging COD too. I played that for like 3 years. Or did you say? I'm not sure if you said COD or not.
Call of Duty.
So I believe the 4-hour made a new low as well. Yeah, so 4-hour made a new low there. So we should... Makes sense. We should fill this wick here. Unless we have the volume and we run all the way up, but that would be real crappy.
Be a little pullback for the hour. Create a top wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go down right now. Like I don't know. Like, shit. It's fuck. I think we're gonna go down. I think I'm gonna get in right now.
What up, Yvonne?
This top wick right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We did close below the 30 minutes to the left. The 30-minute supports to the left again. The only thing that's hard for me right now is we don't have much of a range to the 1 hour support, but this is kind of like anticipating that we're going to push through 1 hour support like we have previous Asian sessions.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to make it risk-free once we get there, take something off the table.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm looking for this to break that previous bullish 15, because then that kind of invalidates the support there on that candle if we get below it. Because if that 15 minutes going to be support to take price up, we shouldn't get below it. That wouldn't make much sense. So if we get below here, it kind of invalidates this saying maybe it's a support, but it kind of closed underneath here. So is this a resistance? I think if we get below here, will be our resistance and we'll come down. If this low is respected and we come up, then yeah, there's something here that didn't want price to go down.
And if we break that low to the left of that, I think we're just going down.
Yeah, if we break both of these, we will be good. But I think if we break one of them, we'll be good. And if we break one of them, then I'm gonna bring my stop down.
To where?
To above the current candle, or on the 30-minute probably.
You said 30 minutes?
Yeah, either the current candle once we break the 30-minute low, put it on the current one.
590.
Yeah, or put it on this previous 30 minutes, so that bearish one.
Alright, this is I'm uncomfortable right now taking this, but I think it's a good trade when it's a little uncomfortable.
Did you get in it?
Yeah, I'm in right now. I just got in on this top wick.
Where's your stop on the hourly?
Yeah, it's on what's above, not the current 30 or like the last 30, but this like around 662. Yeah, the hourly.
Gotcha.
I got out.
It took you out?
No, I just exited. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit. I ended up losing $16 on a $1.33 lot, so I'm fine with that.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if I can grab an easy 1-to-1, see what it does.
You get a lot of background noise.
Me?
Yes, I think it's you. Maybe not. Hold on. No, I think it's going. Yeah, I don't really like that it broke the 30 like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I think that I don't know. Sometimes like I think
it was a weak close though, so.
Yeah, I think it was New York on Friday. I got in, and then
There we go.
through like a weird kind of wick.
Yep.
Like
So that's.
Yo, I'm in EJ cells. Sorry.
Nice. No, you're good. So that's exactly what the hourly did. Oh damn.
Oh, ahead and down.
Oh. Yeah, so what was it? Was it that 30 minute or the hourly that did it previous? So this one kind of winded up above this one, and then this one winded up above that 30 minute. So hopefully we can bust through this support. Yeah, the next stop is right here. So
Yeah, I think yeah, they're getting some volume right now. I think we should be able to push through here.
Yeah, I'm gonna secure 80% at that support once I hit 10 pips, and then I'm gonna get break even. Actually, I'm gonna go break even right now, because if it pulls back, I don't want to be in it.
Yeah, I jumped back in when I saw it pushing. Ooh, break this.
I just secured 80%, and we'll let the rest go. Let it fall through that wick. Sweet. That's a nice 3%. 3% there.
EJ is heading down.
Yep, this thing looks good. I'm gonna take it to that. I'm gonna take it to on the 4 hour. I'm taking it to about here, so about 20 pips. Nothing too much, but I've already secured everything, and I no longer, it's a risk-free trade. So, same idea, played out perfectly. If you didn't get in when we got in, I think you could have got in once it broke this previous 15, because it didn't break it, it winded up, and then it came down and broke. So I think our next target is about somewhere in here. See if we finish it. But yeah, we squeezed a nice 10 pip move. Beautiful. Looks like it's got some volume to run down.
Oh, Paul, it's gonna run down. Yeah, I got in as soon as it broke that 15. I really like that.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. It just, the windup was a little more than I wanted, but I liked what the hourly was doing, so I decided to just stick with it. Oh, there's a nice little spike.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
So I think the first trade we just got in too early, or actually the first trade technically never hit my stop loss, because we entered here on this one right here, and my stop was here, and spread took me out. So
I'm closing partials right now.
I want 3 more pips.
and then a few more pips I'll be getting out as well in about 5 or 6.
Tell it to plummet.
Those half. Oh, what the heck? Sorry about that.
I closed customs. We out, Paul. Good job.
Thanks, man. I'm just, hanging out. Come on, a few more pips so I can close my runner.
Your runner.
Yeah, I got a runner in.
No,
Oh.
take it down to 0.
No.
Damn.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. I'm out. Let's go.
And I'm.
Oh
my
wow,
gosh, that was
EJ
a-
dropped.
It was a good one, guys. That was a good session.
I'm so glad that I got in. I almost didn't get in, man. Oh my gosh.
See, you gotta just trust the analysis. Obviously, hold on. Obviously, don't. No, you're good. I was gonna say, don't expect a move like this every trade you take. It's not gonna happen. But as long as you take your set, like we took that same setup, took me out at half of my risk, took the exact same entry, and we got a nice move. So it's just, when you lose, it doesn't mean you're wrong in your analysis. Sometimes, like, the spread took me out. That's all it was. I wasn't wrong. I technically never got hit, but the spread hit me because I didn't calculate it in properly, so I lost. And then same entry here, and we're good. Wow, that thing's moving. All right, what were you gonna say?
Oh, wow. I was gonna say, check out EJ's about to hit my my target. Oh yeah, nearly there.
I'm
Man,
a close
you should
out.
call that EJ trade.
I did. I said
I'm
it.
joking. I'm joking.
Oh.
You did that last week, right? You had a good trade.
Yeah, no, I said
Wow. This thing's falling to that super target.
If we break below those wicks, I would go short.
I closed everything.
Yo.
I'm happy.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
I jumped in with a 10 lot.
I did the exact same thing as Anthony. It was so funny. I saw the spike up close and then re-entered right when it broke the 15-minute low.
Yep, that's
I'm happy
managing
doing
it.
that, man.
Yeah.
I managed it in case it stopped me out. Got
Yeah.
back in. Made more than what I would have.
It made no sense if it broke the 30-minute. It made no sense to come right back down. But since it did, it was like that kind of invalidated that it's going to continue going up.
Dude, honestly, every time Paul says something along the lines of why would it do that if it did this, I've put that into perspective and really thought about it, and it's made my trading feel so much more confident because it just genuinely makes sense.
Exactly, for me, because like when it was pulling back, part of me was like, was I wrong? What did I do? And then my brain, for a split second, started to be like, oh, well, it's going to reject off of here. What if this does here? What if this does here? And then I was like, well, it did this. Why did it do that? And I was like, it's coming down because it's coming down. And then I just remembered that when price goes up and down, it doesn't just, all right, there's your buy, there's your sell. It goes like this and goes up, or it goes like that and comes down. So like when it doesn't move, like if you enter a trade and you expect it to go TP, sweet, TP, all right, cool, I'm done. That's never gonna happen. I mean, this one,
mind that.
yeah, I mean that would be awesome, but this is not how it
What
works.
happened for me a second ago. I just entered that like last second.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about my runner being at like 1 second? Let me just...
Damn, that thing dumped. I did not. Honestly, I thought we were gonna struggle right here. I was trying to be super realistic and conservative, and like I saw this when we came to it, and I was like, we could correct this whole move, but I was like, why would we move all the way up to just correct it and come all the way down? Like looking at the daily, it just like why did the daily break all of this and up into here to just correct the entire move? Like that didn't make sense to me, so I figured a shorter, more realistic target would make sense. But I mean, it just flew.
Because we make no money during Asian, man.
I have a runner down here. I can't even draw where those hourly wicks were.
Yep.
You're just terrible traders. That's all it is, right?
Hey, I got the exact same entry as you.
I know, it's awful, isn't it? Horrible.
Nah, Gurjot's copying me, dude. I don't like it, man. Be your own
Bro, I
person.
couldn't even hear you. I was already in before you.
I'm sorry, man. I won't copy you anymore, brother.
You need to copy some new internet.
So yeah, I risked about, was that my entry right there? Below this bullish one, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I took it on the 15. So no, my entry was here. There we go. So yeah, I risked 6 pips and we
Little for a
secured
lot.
20. So almost 3 to 1, kind of. Yeah, that thing's going down to that. See, I marked this level like just in case, but I was like, just take it to your target and get out. Whatever.
That was my runner target, but I closed it early.
Still got my runner going right now. I'm not too sure. I think I'm just gonna let it go. I'm okay if it is break even.
Yeah. Where's your target?
My target is the 4 hour. That 4 hour. Let's see, 131 800.
Right. Yeah, 134.80. Why not you just leave your runner and place your runner at like plus 10 too?
I have my runner at 131 83.
83.
Yeah, 832. Right above the hourly wicks.
Oh yeah, right. That's a good place. Yeah.
Because
I was targeting 200.
I've like recently I've tried to go for those massive like runner targets, trying to trade. Trying to make it into like a swing trade, but I've noticed like it would dump down even like 60-70 pips and then retrace back up. So I'm trying to be a little safer here on my runner.
Just manage it.
Yeah,
You want big moves like that?
What am I supposed to manage on this? It's happening in like 1 5-minute candle.
No, I'm saying like, so put your stops at, if you want that big move, put your stops at 473 or 480 or whatever. And then once you see it break 200 and you have enough wiggle room for 200, put it at like 250. And then, manage it like that.
Yeah.
Or just keep moving, or keep moving your stop more into profit as it goes down further. That's what I do. Just keep moving your stop.
Yeah, I just want some structure to be formed and see like where it creates a resistance, and then I'll most likely move my stop.
Right. But if you're getting solid candles with no tails or no wicks, that's a momentum candle to me. There's really no reason to get out of the trade until you start seeing some rejection.
Yeah. No, I secured most of my profits. What was I gonna say, at the upper zones, because I got in a bit late. I didn't feel comfortable with my stop loss, so I just secured some quick pips and then leaving this runner going.
I jumped in with way too much.
It worked out though, didn't it?
Hell yeah! As soon as it broke that 30, I was like, nah, I really don't like that. And then when it flipped and broke that 15, and then you know, even that 30, I was like, okay, this thing's gonna run down.
I'm telling you,
now you can buy a solid 99-cent burger.
I can buy 80 of those. I made 80 buckaroonies.
Great minds think alike.
That's good.
No, Gurgat. Great minds think alike.
Let's go, Josh.
Josh, you caught 30 pips on your full position? My man's a psychopath. Go hard. I wish, dude.
That was nice. Played out way better than expected, so that was cool.
I don't even know how to mark this up, dude.
Yep, appreciate it. H Midu. Yeah, we don't do that here. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone gets respect.
Except Gurjat's Call of Duty skills.
No, we have to. We can't prey on the weak. That's pathetic.
You guys been taking shots on me.
Hey, if we pick on you, it's because we like you and we and we want to waste our time and energy picking on you. So it's just props to you. The more we hate on you, the better for you. All right, so I don't know. I always see everyone else's charts when like Monty and Rakil posted up with all their analysis, but it's there was like 3 or 4 thoughts that went into this, and like that's it. If I could add 20, 30 points to this and reasons and what we did, but in reality, the only thing was price was bearish, created this low, we just didn't fully break above here or break any new highs, and we made a low. That was it. There was no other thought.
Honestly, if you look at the 1 hour, it just looks so nice. Like you could have just based it off the 1 hour. Like it looks gold in there.
Yeah, this is a nice start to the Asian session. If you missed it, I think you're going to get an entry, not now, but from this level down to this level.
Like an entry would happen on a 5-minute now.
Yep. Yeah, Gonzo, I think this could be the bottom of the daily wick to then take us up. So if you see it that way, that would make sense. Let me mark this up quick and then
yeah, I wanna see a nice 4-hour close. If I'm gonna leave my runner, let's see a nice 4-hour close. I wanna make sure, see if it kind of respects the support turn resistance area.
Even if we do get a 4-hour close based on the daily, I still think we're gonna head up.
Head up?
Yeah. Because if you look at the daily, once Paul comes back or switches over, it looked like it could higher low and higher high, and this was just like how you're saying the bottom of the daily candle.
Yeah. I think we're gonna head up in London.
Now that guy mentioned that, like I'm kind of like looking at the daily now. You're right.
because even if the forward does close bearish, and the next forward even the next forward closes bearish, that's still a higher low. When you look to the left.
I'd be looking at that 131.80 area for a buy, right? That we were talking about earlier.
Possibly. 1 second though. So Jimmy asked, how do we tell the difference between a liquidity wick? So this wick, I was kind of starting to think, maybe I'm wrong. How can I manage this trade? So if it would have pushed up higher, I would have dropped into the 5 minute to kind of manage. If we were closing above here and then starting to make new highs, and like if the 5 minute closed above and made a new high to the previous, then I would have closed something, maybe all of it, and just waited. But I also knew that the hourly just opened and we had volume come in, and this is kind of a weak 30-minute close right here. So on GJ especially, when you get a weak close like that, it tends to like just wind it up above it, breaking the high and then breaking the low. So this is kind of like what we call like the rocket ship candle, you could say. So when this pulled up above the 30-minute, I was like, okay, that's not what I wanted to see, but the hourly has continued to make lower highs and lower lows, and the fact that this came lower, it did that to come down. It didn't do that to push up. So I figured, okay, that's probably just the hourly top wick. I don't really consider that a liquidity wick. That's just the hourly and candles making a top wick to continue down.
Especially with the volume from open.
Yep, plus volume came in, and that this was a weak 30-minute close. GJ tends to wind up above it and then come back down. I've lost on that trade so many times that when I see this setup, my brain just like, hey, that a break of this high right here is not a good trade, because you close below here. This is weak. It's going to kind of go up, grab some more orders, whatever it's doing, liquidity, whatever you want to call it, to then further drive down if it's like with the momentum. So as the break kind of, I was like, that's not great, but I knew we had a weak close, and I knew the hourly looked really, really good. So I was either going to be right or be wrong, and I just kind of let it do its thing.
Paul, can I add something?
Yeah.
So if you correlate the 1 hour where it's making lower highs and lower lows, and you keep that in mind, then you see the 30-minute breaking the high. In my mind, once I saw the 30-minute break the high, I mean, obviously I got out because I was watching the 5 minute, didn't see what I liked. But what I thought about was, okay, the 30-minute broke the high, and then all of a sudden it flipped and broke the low. So what sense would it make to jump up, break the high, break the low, to jump back up and continue up?
Yep, because I mean, when we were right here, we didn't fall into anything to bounce off of to head up. So we still had to fall to here before we could bounce up in my head.
Also, this is just a random thing I just noticed on the markets. You know, you're saying the 30-minute broke the high, but it didn't break the hourly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the previous hourlies was doing that. I can't draw on it, but like the 30-minute, like 30 minutes ago, it did the exact same thing. That's just like a thing I noticed on like a random note. So it did it like 30 minutes ago, and then it did it again now to shoot down.
Yeah, I think if it jumped up to break the high, then the low, and go back up to the high, there'd be no type of structure in Forex.
Yep. Yeah.
Nothing would really make sense.
Yeah, we said this before the drop happened. Is this one winded up?
Alan, what are you doing?
This one winded up above this one,
Yeah.
and then this one did the same thing, and then we continued.
Yeah,
We even said it might be just forming a top wick real quick too.
Yep.
Yeah, I traded like the same exact market structure occurred on Friday, and I got stopped out originally, but I re-entered. Paul, can you go back on the charts a little bit to Friday during New York session?
Yo, I'm gonna call it a night.
Take care, boss.
Yeah, see you later, mate. Cheers. Cheers, Paul.
Have a good one.
Sweet.
I think Paul's AFK for a minute.
Yeah, I think he is too.
I'm looking at the 5-minute structure, and it closed bullish and then a bearish candle. If the next 5-minute closes bullish again, I might just close on my runner based on the higher time frames, and the daily still looking bullish for me. What do you?
Yeah, I got you looking at the 5 minute now, right?
I've been looking at the 5 minute, Anthony. Stop copying me.
Uh,
But what do you guys think, honestly?
the way I see it right now,
Yeah.
if this closes bullish, this closes bullish, I'd wait for the high to be broken. Honestly, I'd probably close everything if I see it break like 380.
Lewis, they are my sessions. So this is my Asian session. This is my New York session. This is a day break Asian session. So then if I'm ever doing back testing, I know I'm only at the charts from this time, or I'm only at the charts during this time. That's all. They're not zones. They're just the sessions.
I was gonna say, yeah, Anthony. I moved my stop loss there just because.
Yeah, I'd watch 380 and 300. Just see what it does. I mean, realistically, the only thing you could really do is kind of put your stop either at break even or like, you know, like a little bit above 500 and just let it play out from there. Cause kind of looks like it's just gonna do a dance here.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let the runner. I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing. I caught a 65 pip runner yesterday.
Nice.
So there you go.
I let it. No, I moved it down just because on the daily, for me, it just makes more sense to continue heading up. So I just moved it down above the 5 minute structure, and it might get hit right now, but that's okay. It'll still be 10 pips.
Yeah.
That was a nice
Yesterday
trade.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, yesterday I made a big mistake with my runner, man. Oh my gosh. Like, I thought that I placed it like way higher on the chart. I was just gonna let it run like with no take profit. And I ended up, like, I don't know. I just messed up my runner placement. And I could have caught like a whole runner move, but I'm happy that I caught like 65 pips.
Dude, you're complaining about 65. I'm gonna come over and steal your cereal.
I don't think you want my cereal. My dad buys like
5 or 1.
no, what is it? Honey oats? Honey bunches of oats?
Dude, that's delicious. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's pretty, yeah, it's
Oh
pretty
my
good.
I was gonna say, yeah, I let my runner get hit.
Good.
Yeah, I secured it at 10 pips still because obviously I wanted to continue running, but the daily structures to me look so bullish based on also adding in the fact that the previous weekly was bullish, which is setting up for this week to be continued bullish.
You had a 20 lot running?
Nah, like 1,000.
You're good. What is that? 10K?
Yeah, I think that's.
You
I
already
think that's
know.
very, very logical.
But if this 15-minute closes bearish yet, then I think it's going to continue heading down. But I just don't want to sit through anything anymore.
Yeah. I think it's good for me right now to just like sit through this, sit through it. Just good to be out of my comfort zone right now, and while this runner's going. And
The way I see runners, if I have like a 10-cent lot for a runner running, I just let it, hit stop or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I just let it do its dance. But if I have, 20 to 30 to 40 or something, I think I'll look at it way too much to even let it play out. So I kind of just will take like where it broke that 390 support and then it pushed down to 300. I probably took it, I think at like 340, 350. Because I mean at that point I'd rather make the extra $30 that I could have grabbed rather than losing it.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess that's until I get, more consistent and comfortable. Because that 30 will, make up for my next loss or something. But if you're running like a 10-cent lot, 5-cent lot on a runner or something, you might as well let it play out because, I mean, if you close it at 20, 30 pips, you're making what, like $3 or something, but let it run to 100, make 30, and that's a lot on a small runner.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very happy with this session, for sure. Like, definitely.
Dude, you got in.
Oh yeah, right at the last second, too.
You were freaking out, you got in, and look what happened.
Yeah, I know. And I'm really liking Asian a lot more than New York. I don't know, it just meshes better with me.
New York pounds me, man. I don't know what it is.
New York, like, yeah, like I think. Yeah, I'll draw it on the chart right here. Is it on the 30 minutes still?
I think
I'll
Paul
put it
turned
there.
off annotations.
Yeah, I did.
So we got
yeah.
a bunch of
I was-
immaturity.
I was gonna say New York had a good move like early morning, like a 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No, New York had an amazing move at like freaking 8 o'clock or something. Like, awesome move, dude.
Hey Paul, I'm requesting a remote control.
Alright, can you annotate? You should be able to.
Let's see. View options. Give up remote control. I think I should now. Yeah. Annotate.
Oh, this is
Oh.
me giving you the screen.
Oh, what
That's.
the heck?
Oh, hack Paul's computer.
I didn't know you could do that.
So right here.
Yep.
So this 30-minute close above these 30 minutes right here, like this weak bullish support, and it was broken, and then it closed right back above it with like a nice wick to fill, and up here we had like a nice 20 pip range up from here to here.
That's New York?
Yeah, this is New York.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
And
move.
right here, like I hesitated, like I knew this was the one I should have like entered, and like as it pulled back, this is when I should have entered, you know. But like I don't know, the 1 hour, like I don't know, I just didn't wanna
Dude, you
give
could have
that
entered on that bearish. Once it broke that bearish high, that's what I was looking at. Cause it pulled out of the support, and sorry to cut you off, but it pulled out of that support, and that's when I took this sell. And then I noticed on the 5 minute, you know, it was closing bullish, so I exited with 7 pips. I saw it pull up and break that high of the 30 minute. And what I as soon as I saw that 30-minute break, I think that would have been a super perfect entry.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a rough morning for me this morning.
Yeah, but
Definitely,
you take that for what it is and you grow from it.
yeah.
You know, you'd be happy that you saw it. Now just keep that in mind for next time that you see something just like that, and you'll be even happier that you took it.
Mhm.
And when it doesn't work out, you try to understand why it didn't work out. And either way, you're taking positives away from it. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I journal everything in Trello. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm just gonna risk half of what I risked for New York, of that when I risk during Asian, of that what I risk during Asian, because I'm feeling way more confident in Asian for sure.
Yeah, I really like Asian. I feel like we've been doing really well. I'll just take whatever I made from New York and break it up in Asian. So I'm gonna take like a riskier entry. I'll do half, and then once I see confirmation, I'll put the rest in. Even if I grab like 5 more pips on the rest of it, it's still something to compound with that normal risk or the original.
Yeah, I've got this book I'm staring at right now. It is ordered. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I saw it on Instagram somewhere. I'm just gonna order this.
Dude, compounding's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't think people realize if you were to make, 5% a day in 90 days, what you could flip, $1 into.
Even like 2%, 2.5%, 2%.
It's like insane. Isn't it? Like 30 days, if you double $1 for 30 days, it's like 5 million.
Or if you like a penny for like 31 days, like a month, goes up to like 10 million. Like 10,700,000.
Yeah. Not that you're gonna double every day, but that's just the power of compounding. Yeah, it is a penny. You're right, actually. It's a penny from day 1 to day 30. It turns into 5.368 million. Imagine that, 30 days.
Gosh, yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is just. It's not a typical Asian move. That's big.
Seeger Jeff. Told you to look at 380. Man, Asian's all about waiting for that perfect moment. Just getting that nice trade in.
Yeah, you kind of got to be in it, otherwise you'll miss it.
That's why we got in at the perfect moment, Paul.
Sure did. Got in twice.
That's right. That's why you manage risk properly and then you come out on top.
Yep. Yeah, my first trade I lost 300 and then made more than enough on the second trade. So.
Now imagine it was a real account.
Pretty sure it's real when the withdrawal hits my bank account, so...
Want to withdraw to hit my bank account.
Well, that's pretty much it for Asian session. There's not a whole lot else to see.
Nah, we killed it. Now it's over.
I was gonna say, whoever it has a runner running, based off the 50-minute, it looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that 380 area, I told you. As soon as it breaks that 305, it's going to 0.
Wow.
The next stock would be, what, like 200-ish?
You told me too late, I'm already out.
Nah, I told you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet Josh is still in with his full position. What lot you think Josh was running? Like a 20? 10. you grabbed 30 pips on a 10 lot, dude? You're a scary person. I wouldn't want to go to a casino with you. I'd come home with a lot or I'd go broke. You're right, Josh. I benched more than you. Oh, Paul, you went in with that much?
That was my risk at 5 pips.
Oh. See, I didn't do that, dude. I just jumped in with $1 when I went back in. That's why Magic Keys is nasty, dude.
Yeah, it's...
That's why. That's what. Oh man.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, yo. I would have had like a. I don't know.
Oh, do you want to donate some pips to me like that?
Yo. I would have had like a 250 running on that if I did that.
I had the original position, but I closed out based off the 30-minute.
Dude, what scares me though is when Magic Keys throws me in with a big lot like that, I get psyched out so bad. Even though it makes sense because it's managing my risk according to the dollar amount I'm willing to lose. It's just when I see like that big ass lot, it's just freaking, I don't know. Alright, Paul's talking.
Huh? I'm here.
I'm about to DDoS you in a minute too.
Did you see Instagram, my story? You should go check it out if you didn't.
Taking your Instagram down.
I was playing like I was on some
Oh,
goodies.
your Call of Duty?
Oh my god, it was like I just
Dude.
did a line before I played. It was ridiculous.
You got 2 left thumbs, bro. Watch yourself.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No, that was good. See you later, Mac.
What did someone leak your Zoom before?
What's up?
Well,
What?
what did someone leak your Zoom before?
I don't know. Yeah, I figured out how it tells me who it is, so I just
So you
kicked him.
did?
Yeah, I kicked him, and then it doesn't allow them back in.
Like for good?
Till I change it again. Someone's leaking it because there's some people in here that aren't supposed to be. But they're not being disruptive, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it yet. If it
As long
becomes
as you know how to control it.
Yep, if it becomes an issue, then I'm gonna get rid of everyone that's not supposed to be in here. But like I said, if they're in here and they're just being quiet, learning, throwing some useful comments in, that's okay with me.
Man, you want them taking free pips?
I mean, they can take it on the live stream too, so. And I don't know, I gotta figure out where it's coming from.
It's not me.
Now it's Dorian. People that say that, it's always them.
I'm leaking it to everyone, man. I'm leaking it to my friends, my family.
So Paul, if the link changes every time, you know what I'm saying?
It does change every time, so that's why I don't know.
It'd be someone in Slack.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be, right?
No, it'd either be Slack, someone in the subscription on my group, or someone in the Telegram Zoom. So I think I can actually set it up so only certain people can talk and do stuff.
Yo, make sure it's me. I love talking.
Yeah, I know, you never stop it.
I'm muting my mic now.
That's gonna be a beauty so that we can mute Anthony.
Yeah, right, good job. Dude, I'll hack your Xbox.
Please do it.
Alright, that's enough.
We're still on YouTube?
Yeah. We'll stay on till 8.
Where's I'm waiting for
Hey
your-
Paul, you can keep me in the lobby like Rakil does.
What's up? Oh, in the waiting room?
Yeah, just keep me in the waiting room.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna figure out how to set up.
Keep Gurge out there too. Got too much background noise.
Looking pretty choppy on the 5-minute right now, but that's usually
Because we just had a crazy move.
yeah, looks like it's kind of forming like a support, but
I think it's going to consolidate until it either breaks that 400 area or that 300.
Yeah, I mean, it's either gonna go down or it's gonna go up. I mean, that's for sure. That is for sure.
If it goes sideways.
Yeah, we could see it fall a little deeper to here and then kind of consolidate and inch its way up. Or this will kind of be the low we make, and then we're going to bounce around in between probably here and here. And then London will take it either up or down again.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll see.
Either way, we killed it.
I think it'll pull back to the middle there, like you said, Paul, and then just range around until London, just before London.
Yeah, I have noticed though, someone in the group, D-Boy, he actually pointed out that every day on GJ at 9 o'clock Central Time, PM, like right after Asian, it gets a nice little 10 to 15 pip push of volume, just like that previous candle. A little smaller, but it gets a nice like one last little pump of volume, and then it goes into the range. So it's probably going to retrace up a little bit, give one more pump to the downside, and then it's going to range out. So we'll probably retrace up to here, pump down back to here a little bit, maybe here, and then we're going to sit in the range.
Nice. Very nice.
But I mean, when he said it, I was like, yeah, no, that's not the case. And then I watched it happen 5 days in a row, and I was like, wow, okay, we could
Not the case.
we could take advantage of this. No, it happened exactly like he said.
I think the only reason why I'm leaving a runner on is because we have great clean traffic to the left on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason I have a runner on right now, or else like we just closed already. But
Well, I guess for runners, you gotta look at the higher time frames, right?
I mean, I think it makes sense to come all the way down. I just don't know. Granted, this would be trading on what we think. I think it makes more sense for us to continue up longer term, but we could maybe fall into here on the hourly, like the 131, 700, 800 area before we turn around on the daily. That could happen.
That 1 hour looks nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, like on the long term, how you're saying, the daily and the weekly just make more sense to go bullish because the current weekly broke the topic of the previous weekly, and the daily looks like it's just creating higher highs and higher lows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got some really strong bullish momentum.
Yeah. So another way you could have caught this one today, and it actually would have been a really nice. So you see this, we had this little support created here. We broke below and fell into this support, kind of pulled back a little bit, and that's why we had that reaction there, as well as the other hourly and 30-minute. Pulled up, we got a lower high here, lower high here, lower high to this one, lower low, no new lower low yet, but we have a lower high. This one made another lower high, so you could have did something like entry right below here, stop loss on this wick. That's risking about 11 pips. Could have targeted this wick though. That'd have been 11 for 19. Or just taken it to support. Could have gotten 1 for 1. That would have been really nice. So, but if you're trading on the 2 hour, I would target a lot deeper. If I was trading on the 2 hour, I'd probably target kind of retrace of those candles, maybe stop it right there just in case. But I think that wick was a good initial target to hit. If you didn't like what the 30-minute and the 1 hour are doing, the 2 hour looked super, super easy. So, yeah. I'm kind of liking this new analysis and my bias I've been testing lately. Instead of just looking at the previous 4 hour candle and taking it off of that, I still look at it, but I also look at, did the daily make highs or lows? Okay. Did the 4 hour make highs or lows? Okay, we have lower low, lower high. Bullish daily, so maybe shorter term sells down to this wick. And then we go to the 2 hour and we see lower highs, lower lows being formed. So sells probably make sense, and then go into the 30 and the 15 and find a place to enter. But yeah, that first trade we took, Anthony, never got stopped if we incorporated spread.
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, shit.
You see that first one? This one never broke above here. It stayed below.
Dude, I think I said this like 2 weeks ago or something, but you remember how I was talking about range trading?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you just manage your risk accordingly and then compound, you could just put stops above, you know, the resistance or the support, whatever way you're taking, like the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Or like look at the higher time frames, because if you look at the 1 hour, like we would have been so golden and just let it run.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
because
that wick fill was
think about it.
That wick fill was like pulling price to it almost.
Yeah. And I mean, if you have your bias, then obviously you should be confident enough to do something like that, and then you can always add on when you see it break that 400 area or something.
Yep.
But our first entry, I think we were fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, our stop loss was above this hourly, and it never broke. So, if we would have had spread incorporated, we never would have even got stopped out on that first one.
It was a freaking nasty entry.
Yeah.
So it was a nasty entry.
I mean, both entries were good, but we could have went 1-0 and just had a nice run down. So
I think I read into it too much.
Yeah, just look at.
But Anthony, don't you agree that the close was a good risk management?
Dude, honestly, the way I manage my trades, like, I love it. You know, like, I wouldn't change it. If it works, it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the close we had as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of looking at it from, like, it's hard because it's hindsight trading, because you look at it, and if it didn't do that, then you wouldn't be able to say stuff like that.
But obviously, obviously this makes sense after the fact.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just look at.
But it's hard in the moment.
Came up, came down, came up, stayed below here. Price came down. That's all it did.
Yeah. I think the ultimate the way we went about it was on point. Like I think it was just solid.
Yeah, that's I
You
mean
can
it's
take a lot from it.
super simple market structure. You just gotta let it play out. That's all. Especially in Asian session, like in Asian especially, you're not gonna enter and boom, it's already pumping to your TP. It's gonna be like enter. All right, go get some coffee, make some dinner, set the table, and then eventually your food will be done and your chart will hit TP. In like New York, it's like you throw something in the microwave for 10 seconds, you're in and out, you're done.
Oh, dude, I went to the bathroom. I missed that buy.
You know what the
2 minutes. So mad.
You know what the nice thing is about it slowly going like to TP and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that those scalping trades can turn into swings relatively easily because it's not gonna retrace back over a bunch of volume all of a sudden. So that's one thing that's nice. So you can swing into London and possibly into New York.
I think it's also nice too because you get to manage your trade. You get to watch market structure, and I mean, unless you're Josh or something, you could make sure you don't lose a crap ton by putting a stop loss 10 years out.
No, but this on the hourly, like how Jose said, Paul was drawing out, just created a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it's going to continue down until it hits some sort of strong support, and then I believe so it's going to continue hitting up. But we already caught the pips at that point.
So you took a buy, right?
No. Someone probably did though.
I would have as soon as it broke that 380, dude. It's going. But I think it's good to pay attention to your trade and talk about it the way we were talking about it, because you get to learn a lot from how it's moving. You get to see different point of views rather than just letting it sit there and play out and we're all just quiet the whole time.
Yeah, like Paul had a slightly different point of view than us, for the stop loss here, and we at the end of the day we both won.
Yeah. You won because I told you to go in. Copied me, Kershaw. Alright, boys, I'm gonna go play some video games.
Hi, bro. I'll see you later. We're going to be calling it a night soon.
See you later, Anthony.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for the moral support in our trades, and I appreciate the pips, Paul.
You're welcome. Appreciate the hanging out.
The enthusiasm.
Yep.
The life of the party.
You forgot to thank me for the trade you took.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank you with my fist.
Alright, peace out.
See ya.
Alright, see you later, everyone. Take care, Josh. Take out Dorian, Yosef, everyone. See you later.
Hey, bro.
Not coming back.
Cheers.
Yep. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it a night. We had a good trade. Don't know what's left for GJ, but if you caught that, I wouldn't recommend looking for another trade. We'll be back on tomorrow. Same thing rest of the week. And then same thing next week. We'll be starting on Sunday as normal. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for coming.